Cards in my car with our Posada first in the live chat. How are you doing there, Robert? Nice to see you with me this afternoon. Sorry about the late stream today, but I had an appointment this morning and it was well worth it for me. I was able to meet a gentleman by the name of Lauren Culp. Was able to meet Lauren Culp today. An awesome person. An awesome person for sure. Doing good. Hope you are doing good too. I am Robert. Wow, you chimed in 3 times in a row really quick there. Don't know what those symbols are for sure. I see the 2 people waving. And then you typed in and said, doing good. Hope you are doing good. I am. Let me get you into my wheel of names here. Before we get into our content at hand. All right, let me get this all set. Get that there. Copy and paste your name 3 times for 3 quick chats. First in the live chat today. What is going on with my computer here? It's not letting me doing it right. Hold on, I'm going to have to go this way. There we go. Can do it this way. Let me get you copy and paste it in here, Robert, and then I will have you in my wheel of names for the month of September. Your bonus drawing entries here. There we go. Now I'm at the bottom. Okay, and get this here. Got your 3 entries in there. Kevin is in the house. How you doing here, Kevin? He popped in here and then he retracted his comment. Kevin was here. I saw it. He snuck in. He's got another channel. Kevin Duncan. There we go. Now he's in with the right one. Kevin's card collecting and more. I was on my old account. Laugh out loud. Kevin's card collecting and more. Let me fix it. I was almost going to put it in as Kevin Duncan. Kevin's card collecting and more. All right, I got Kevin in here, I got Robert in here, and we are good to go. It is 10:30 or 3:32, a little bit over when. Well, I started right at about 3:30ish. I have way too many accounts. No problem. The secret's out now. Kevin has lots of ghost accounts. Be careful. He might give you extra subs with his other channels. Notice I said channels. That's okay. All right, Kevin's card collecting and more, and cards in my car with our Posada. Laugh out loud. That happens to me when I log onto my tablet sometimes. Gotta make sure you're logged into the right account, right? Depends on who you're hanging out with, right? All right, let me get back to the stream here and just give you a quick little recap here on what I did this morning and why I wasn't able to be here. But as you can see, I am ready with the Denny's Grand Slam Saturday series here. This is set number 4 out of the 7 sets in the Denny's Grand Slam series that I do have. One time I actually did a live stream card show on my church's account. Really? You went live using your church account for your baseball card channel? That must have been an oopsie. Did you keep it or did you save it and post it back up on your own channel? That had to be kind of interesting. It might show up on your church's channel if you didn't delete it off there as a copyright strike. Or not a strike, a copyright saying that content was already, Pastor wasn't too happy. I erased it and started over. That's okay, Kevin. Things like that can happen for sure. I did that one time. I was recording one of my Bible reading videos, and I think I had the settings wrong, and all of a sudden I was reading the Bible, but it was live, and I was noticing comments going into the live chat, and I'm like, oh my word, this isn't the recorded one that's going to upload automatically at 5 a.m. I'm actually live here. So that does happen from occasion to occasion. But yeah, the reason I have this book here, this is a #1 Amazon bestseller when it first came out, American Cop, Upholding the Constitution and Defending Your Right to Bear Arms. This is a second edition. He sold out on his first run when it was up for sale on Amazon. So this is his second edition book. And there is a foreword in here by Ted Nugent. And I'll just kind of read a little bit on the back here so you have a good idea of what's going on here. And then I'll get into the specifics on this. America needs warriors now more than ever. And Loren Culp is a shining example of how our founding fathers hoped all Americans would be. This foreword was done by Ted Nugent. Chief Loren Culp stood up for the rights of citizens in the face of a statewide initiative to restrict gun rights that he believed went against his oath of office. Was it the right thing to do? Whether you are liberal or conservative, pro-gun or anti-gun, you will find the information provided in this book compelling. Many have said that police just need to enforce the law because they are law enforcement. Chief Culp says that that's not true. Who is right? Get an inside look at why Culp chose to uphold the Constitution and defend your right to bear arms. Loren Culp has been a police chief of Republic, Washington for over 2 years. That Republic is in the eastern side of the state here, and Kevin's got a little bit of a background on the difference between eastern Washington and western Washington. And he has been a patrol officer, narcotics detective, police sergeant, and is currently a K-9 handler. He is a former sergeant in the United States Army and is an avid hunter and supporter of the Constitution. He has been a guest for many national television radio shows and was featured on Fox News with Tucker Carlson. He has been married to his wife Barb for over 40 years and has 7 grandchildren. And this shows a picture of him with a canine by the name of Karma. But I'm not going to go over this whole book. I just wanted to briefly go over and touch base just a little bit on it. Of course, this is the next page in the book. Advance praise for American Cop, Washington State Representative Bob Sump, and Albert Kuntz, Mayor of the City of Republic in Washington. And yes, this is why it's a second edition. He's got a second edition, and he brings the copies of this book to different rallies and things that they have. And we did meet him down in a church down in Tacoma, Washington. This morning, me and 2 other guys from our church went there. Loren Culp for governor, Republican. For more information about Loren Culp's political campaign or to make a contribution, please visit www.culpforgovernor.com. Thank you in advance for your support. So it just has a little bit of an information in here, then the table of contents. But I just wanted to share this. I did have a chance to meet him this morning, and he is a American cop for sure, and he is a believer in upholding the Constitution and defending our right to bear arms, amongst other things. He's kind of like President Trump. He's not a career politician, but last year there were enough people that he ran into and stuff, and they asked him if he would run for governor, and he decided to step up to the plate. And so he is the only, well, he's the only Republican. The way they changed our voting system here in the state of Washington this year was the top two go-getters for votes, which were two Democrats. He came in third place, but what I did get verified today is his name is on the ballot for this election. So, because they did have to represent the different parties that are representative. In the state of Washington, we have the Democrats, we have the Republicans, we have the Freedom Party, we have the Green Party. So at least one representative from each party, if there were nominations on there, they will be listed. But of course, the big battle is going to be the two Democrats and the Republican, in which he is the Republican that's running for the state of governor. So that's my little political rant for now. And when I did get home from the conference here this afternoon, I was able to tune into TV and see when Trump nominated the new Supreme Court justice that they're going to bring before the Senate to get her confirmed. And I think she will be a good fit on the Supreme Court from what I've heard. So that is my political rant for the beginning of this stream. Hopefully Kevin and Robert are still here with me, and we will get into our content at hand. So, without further ado, I'm going to get a sip of water real quick here, and we will get into our content at hand. Going through this 28 card set for 1994 Denny's Grand Slam Saturday set. I was drinking a sip of water and I almost choked on the water a second when I saw Kevin put in there Blomdahl 2024. No. I'm not running for any political office there, Kevin. But thanks for the vote of confidence there, I guess I'll say. I don't plan on being like Trump, being close to 70 years old and wanting to be president of the United States. Love the Denny's Grand Slam. There you go. There's Bradley Moore. Bradley Moore popped into the stream here just in time for us to go over this. I got to make one minor adjustment here. My phone's going to bounce around a little bit. I got to move my cord out of the way. It's hanging right by my leg, and I'll probably bump into things by accident here. So, we are going to get into this carded set. I'll do it in usual fashion. I'll bring one card up at a time. Get you to be able to see the holographic picture, if I can get the right angle on them and stuff here. And of course, this first one is of Jim Abbott for the New York Yankees. Jim Abbott for the New York Yankees is our first card up to bat in this 28 card set. And these are, back in the day, they did have them limited edition. But every time you went to Denny's, you would get, I don't know if you get a pack of baseball cards. I can't remember for sure exactly. Bradley Moore. Blomdahl, Kevin's Cards. 24 got my vote. Blomdahl and Kevin's Cards got my vote. Oh no, somebody just added you to the ticket there, Kevin. So it's going to be me and you. Running in 2024, I guess, if we get that far. All right, so let's go find out some information about Jim Abbott here. Fist bumps for my bros. All right, to say Jim Abbott is an overachiever would not do him justice, but to say he's a bona fide major league pitcher is more than adequate. Though born without the full development of his right hand, Abbott has never let it deter him from playing baseball. On September 4th, 1993, in his first season with the New York Yankees, Abbott returned to what might be the greatest performance of his career, a no-hitter against the Cleveland Indians. Again, this is Jim Abbott from the New York Yankees. So there we have it. The first card in this 28 card set is Jim Abbott. All right, so I'll just put these down here as we do finish. I'll put them right like that. might be, I don't think you can see the picture as much, and then we'll go right into, and when we finish each set, I will put them back up in the stands. Card number 2 here is Roberto Amar. Roberto Amar with the Toronto Blue Jays. Anniversary edition here for card number 2 out of this 28 card set. And let's learn about Roberto Amar from this card. The 1993 season was yet another chapter in Roberto Amar's story. The 25-year-old Puerto Rican native collected his 1,000th hit en route to batting a career high of .326. In addition to his batting last season, he also set personal bests in home runs, RBI, and hits. Said to have one of the best ranges of all the second basemen, Amar's defense has been a vital element in the Blue Jays World Championship the last 2 seasons. At the 1993 All-Star Game, Amar connected for his first Midsummer Classic home run. Let all baseball fans note that Amar will be 26 years old this season and about to enter his prime. So there we have it. Card number 2, Roberto Amar. With, again, these are all hologram cards, so they are hard to get the full effect of the card if you can't see it in person. Just so you do know there. So it is a little bit difficult to see sometimes, but this was brought up by John Fishman on my channel. He's the one that wanted me to highlight Denny's Grand Slam sets, and I told him I could do that because I've got all 7 sets in my repertoire. So for card number 3 here, Kevin Apierre. Kevin Apierre Anniversary Edition card for the Kansas City Royals. Card number 3 out of 28. Limited edition, and it says about Kevin Apierre, it's always good to see the development of a young pitcher. Kevin Apierre has definitely developed into one of the American League's best pitchers. The Kansas City right-hander has the stuff which Cy Young winners are made of. He has a hard overhand fastball and a nasty split finger pitch, both of which he has total command. In '93, Apierre led All-American League starters in ERA, posting a stingy 2.56. The league as a whole only batted a meager .217 against him. With his 18 wins and league-leading ERA in 1993, Apierre improved his lifetime record to 59 and 38 with a 2.95 ERA. So there you have it, Kevin Apierre, our 3rd card in the 28 card set. Next up to bat here, we've got card number 4, and it is Jeff Bagwell. Jeff Bagwell with the Houston Astros. Try and get it to where you can not necessarily see me, but you can see me in the background there. But to try and get a view of, sometimes it's really hard to see the holographic. If you get the right angle here, you can kind of see him in the background. But these are not the best cards for sight on the front. But then you do have the back where it has the information on the cards. A lot of people look at the cards and they won't even read what's on them. That's why I kind of like and am intrigued by going through and highlighting this set. So this Jeff Bagwell card, number 4 out of 28, limited edition. In 1990, Jeff Bagwell joined the Houston Astros in a late-season trade with the Boston Red Sox, a third-base prospect during his minor league career. Bagwell would now be asked to play first base to start his major league career. He adapted well to his new position, and it would be here that he'd win the 1991 National League Rookie of the Year award. Since his freshman campaign, Bagwell has become one of the most feared hitters in baseball and has gained a reputation for launching long-range homers into what are usually unoccupied seats. For example, the upper deck at Three Rivers Stadium. So again, this is Jeff Bagwell of the Houston Astros, card number 4 out of 28 in this set. Moving on to card number 5 here. Pretty soon we'll be 1/4 of the way through this set. Card number 5 is Albert Bell with the Cleveland Indians. Albert Bell with the Cleveland Indians. See if I can get without the light reflecting from outside. Of course, you can see the back of my camera, the back, and the way I've got everything set up here. You can see me in the background here. But Albert Bell with the Cleveland Indians. Card number 5 out of this 28 card set, limited edition. When speaking of pure power hitters in the game today, Albert Bell is one of the first players that comes to mind. Bell, a former Louisiana State Tiger, has improved with each big league season. In 1993, Bell raised his batting average to .290 and increased his home run total to 38. Bell's 129 RBIs was tops in the American League and put a halt to Cecil Fielder's bid for a winning 4th RBI title, with Jacobs Field becoming the Indians' new home in 1994. Look for Bell to break in the new outfield bleachers with his deep home runs. So there we have it. Card number 5, Albert Bell with the Cleveland Indians. Moving on to card number 6 in this set is Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds is card number 6. That must have got inside here. Must have got in there. That little hair definitely jumped out at you in the hologram for sure. It's still in there. But anyway, you can kind of see it showing up there. It must be somebody's eyelash or something that got in there. But Barry Bonds, card number 6 out of 28 in this 28 card set. All right. In 1992, after winning his second National League MVP award as a Pittsburgh Pirate, Bonds took his talents west. He became a member of the San Francisco Giants and helped them in one of the greatest pennant races of all time. The Giants won 103 games. That would fall just short to the Braves' 104. Bonds would not fall short, though. The 8th-year outfielder compiled the best numbers of his career, both his home run 43 and RBIs with 123. Totals were the league's best, and his .336 batting average was a career high. Bonds proved to be worthy of every penny in 1993 as he was voted the National League's MVP for the 3rd time. So there you have it. Barry Bonds with the San Francisco Giants. Moving on now to card number 7 in this 28 card set. Oh, that's a little spot on the... I don't think that's on the card. I think it's on... I don't know. So definitely things show up for sure when you have the light shining on them. I'm blinded by the light. But Bobby Bonilla with the New York Mets is card number 7 in this set. Limited edition. Though the New York Mets struggled in 1993, Bobby Bonilla was able to put it together a fine season. Bonilla was limited to only 139 games last season, but he made the most of his opportunities by hitting a team-high 34 home runs and driving in 87 runs. Though mostly used in right field in 1993, Bonilla has been asked to hold down the hot corners in 1994. It would be the first time he's played third base. He used to play there as a member of the Pittsburgh Pirates. Bonilla enters the new campaign needing 31 homers to reach 200 run home run plateau. So there you have it. Card number 7 out of 28 cards for Bobby Bonilla of the New York Mets. Let me put these cards in here since these ones are done. And we will move on to our next set of 7, card number 8, Lenny Dykstra. Lenny Dykstra with the Philadelphia Phillies. All right, we got one person hanging out with us that I can see. Might be one or two lurking around in the background, and that is totally okay. This is Saturday. I just wanted to get this to continue on in my series, going through these Denny's Grand Slam. And let's get into Lenny Dykstra with the Philadelphia Phillies, card number 8 of 28 in this limited edition set. Lenny Dykstra is one of the best and most exciting players in baseball, a one-man arsenal at times. Nails can beat opponents with both his offense and defense. Showed great discipline at the plate. His 129 walks led the National League. When pitched to, he responded with a National League leading 194 hits. The Phillies leadoff man also has power and speed hitting, 17 homers, and nabbing a career-best 37 bases in 1993. Those who are not familiar with the Philadelphia Dynamo can locate him in center fields around the National League. He's the player with the dirt-covered, grass-stained uniform making the diving catches. So there you have it. Card number 8. Lenny Dykstra with the Philadelphia Phillies. Moving on to card number 9 in the set, who is can't make that out. Cal Eldridge. Cal Eldridge of the Milwaukee Brewers. Cal Eldridge with the Milwaukee Brewers is card number 9 out of 28, limited edition. Pitching on a last-place team is never easy. Yet, someone has to do it. In the case of the Milwaukee Brewers, it was Cal Eldridge. After an impressive 11-2, 1.79 ERA first season, Eldridge returned as the ace of the Brewers pitching staff in 1993 and led All-American League pitchers in innings pitched with 258. The hard-throwing Iowa native is as rough a pitcher there is. He battles the opposition until the end. In one game, he even pitched 10 innings for his victory, and on 2 other occasions, he threw as many as 150 pitches. Eldridge finished 1993 with 16 wins and is a true workhorse with a bright future. So there you have it, Cal Eldridge with the Milwaukee Brewers. Limited edition card number 9 out of 28. All right, we're going to get ready to move on to card number 10 in this 28 card set. So this next one is Cecil Fielder. Cecil Fielder, 1994 anniversary edition. Card number 10 out of 28. Cecil Fielder has proved to Major League Baseball that not all great things come in small packages. Fielder is listed at 6 foot 3 inches, 250 pounds, and is anything but small. Since his return from Japan, he has led the American League in home runs twice in 90 and 91, and in RBI 3 games in 90, 91, and 92. Fielder, the biggest tiger of them all, has powered the Detroit attack the past 4 years. And last season, he just missed being the first player in Major League history to lead a league a league in RBIs 4 years in a row. Fielder and Hank Greenberg are the only two Tigers to hit 30-plus homers in 4 years straight. So there you have Cecil Fielder. Cecil Fielder from the Detroit Tigers. All right. Moving on to the next card in our set. And it is Andres Galarga, Anniversary Edition, 1994. Card number 11 of 28. Andres Galarga joined the Colorado Rockies as a free agent signee on November 12, 1992. The expansion team's first baseman would be reunited with his former hitting instructor at St. Louis and now new manager Don Baylor. Baylor struggled that Galarga made some batting stance adjustments. The Big Cat made the adjustments and became the first year expansion team player to lead the league in batting with 370. His batting average was the highest National League leading average since Tony Gwynn hit the same clip in 1987. So there you have it. Again, Andres Galarga. And next up to bat we have here is, boom, Ken Griffey Jr. Ken Griffey Jr. I think this is the first set that he was in the Denny's Grand Slam baseball card mini set. But Ken Griffey Jr., 1994 Anniversary Edition. And card number 12 of 28. When the fans watch Ken Griffey Jr., they're watching baseball history in the making. Griffey has drawn age comparisons to the likes of Hank Aaron, Joe DiMaggio, and Mel Ott. Jr. has amassed major league totals in hits 832, home runs 132, RBIs 453, totals that make for valid comparisons. His fourth season, the 22-year-old Griffey won the 1992 All-Star Game MVP award, as his father, Ken Griffey Sr., had done in 1980. Last season, Griffey had tied a major league record previously held by Dale Long, 1956, and Don Mattingly, 1987, by hitting a home run in 8 consecutive games. Griffey will play the entire 1994 season at the age of 24. So there you have it. Card number 12 of number 28, Ken Griffey Jr. Right, number 9 up to bat. Or number 10, I'm sorry. Number 10. 13. Don't mind me. I'm a little bit sleepy. It was a long, quick day. Got up early this morning, but fun nonetheless. Has been fun. So, nothing going on in the chat that I can tell. Haven't seen it move in a while. Hopefully there's some people here. There might not be. But Juan Gonzalez, Anniversary Edition with the Texas Rangers. Card number 13 of 28. Juan Gonzalez. An untimely injury to Jose Canseco forced Juan Gonzalez to provide much of the Rangers' offense in 1993. Gonzalez was coming off a huge season in which he hit an American League best 43 home runs. To expect him to step up his game in 93 could have been wishful thinking, yet Gonzalez flexed his muscular frame all season long, hitting homers in parks around the American League. He finished up leading the junior circuit in home runs with 46 for a second straight year. Gonzalez also drove in 118 runs. the third consecutive year he has driven in at least 100. His .632 slugging percentage was also an American League best. Not bad for a 23-year-old. All right, moving on to card number 14 of 28 at the halfway mark. Here we go, Kevin. This one's for you. Tony Gwynn. Tony Gwynn, limited edition anniversary. Card number 14 out of 28. Tony Gwynn. Kevin's most popular player he collects is Tony Gwynn. Tony Gwynn returned to true form in 1993. In his 12th Major League season, all with San Diego Padres, Gwynn would challenge his 5th batting title. Although he came up short, his final batting average of .358, second to National League leading Andre Galarga's .370, was second highest average of his career. Gwynn has been collecting more hits since his first set foot on National League batters' boxes in 1982. His first batting title would come 2 years later in 1984 when he hit .351. Upon capturing his second batting title in 1987, hitting a lofty .370, Gwynn recorded his highest National League batting average in 39 years. Stan Musial hit .376 in 1948. Good evening there, Chuck. Yep, you're catching me in the afternoon. This is a rare afternoon stream for me. And that finishes off the next 7 cards in this Denny's Grand Slam set, 1994. I was meaning to send you a text this morning, and I forgot to, Chuck. As soon as I'm done with the stream here, I'll send you a text in regards to those 1970s cards. If you're really interested in helping me out, I'll send you a text to get the conversation going and let you know what I'm kind of looking for. Just in a roundabout ballpark kind of neighborhood. Whatever you're able to help with would be awesome. But thanks, Chuck. Kevin's Card Collecting and More says, hi, Chuck. And Chuck says, hey, Kevin. All right, moving on to card number 15 as we go through this 28 card set. My stream won't be super long today, but I did wanted to get the content loaded up here. So, card number 15 in this 28 card set is Rickey Henderson with the Oakland Athletics. Rickey Henderson. And these hologram cards, in case you're wondering, you can kind of see the picture. If I turn it, you can almost see his name down there. But card number 15 of 28, Rickey Henderson limited edition. Rickey Henderson, perhaps one of the best leadoff men of all time, has been haunting American League teams since 1979. The speedster from Chicago has been an intimidating force for 14 seasons. A good hitter, Henderson has a .291 lifetime batting average. Yet it's on the base paths where he done the most damage. Last season, he stole 53 bases, giving him a total of 1,095, a growing major leaguer record. On June 16th, nabbing his 24th bag of the year, Henderson passed Yakata Fukumoto for the all-time world record. His 63 leadoff homers is also a record, and he is only the second player in history to lead off both games of a doubleheader with home runs, July 5th, 1963, and at Cleveland. So there you have card number 15 out of 28 for Rickey Henderson. Let me set that down right there for now. Let me get a quick sip of water here. And we'll continue on going through this set. All right, moving on to our next card in the set is Kent Hrbek. Kent Hrbek, Anniversary Edition, 1994 Upper Deck product, card number 16 out of 28. Kent Hrbek has been one of the best power-hitting first basemen since 1981. He enters the 1994 season just 17 home runs shy of his 300th. In his prime, Hrbek could pick it at first base with the best of them, and now, in the twilight of his career, he still remains steady with the leather. But his game is the long ball, hitting over 20 homers in 10 of his 12 big league seasons, 25 in 1993. His 162 indoor home runs is a major league record, one of which traveled an estimated 467 feet at the Metrodome. Hrbek plans on retiring after the 94 season, and he'll go out as one of the greatest Twins players ever to play the game. All right, card number 16 out of 28, Kent Hrbek. All right, kind of see him just a little bit there if you look at the card closely. Moving on to card number 17. 17, and this one is David Justice. David Justice with the Atlanta Braves. All right, card number 17 out of 28, and David Justice with good looks and a winning team, one of the sweetest swings to ever cross Major League home plates. David Justice is on the verge of mega stardom. In the thick of the 1993 pennant chase with the San Francisco Giants, Justice hit over 300, ripping 19 homers while driving in 79 runs over the last 86 games. This helped the Braves finally overtake the Giants. Justice has played a major role for the Atlanta Braves during the last 3 seasons, helping the team win 3 consecutive National League West titles and 2 World Series appearances. Justice finished 1993 with career highs in home runs 40 and RBIs 120. Justice will look to prevail again in 1994. So there you have it, David Justice with the Atlanta Braves, 1994 Upper Deck product. Next we have up to bat Mike Piazza. Mike Piazza with the Los Angeles Dodgers, 1994 Upper Deck Anniversary Edition. Card number 18 out of 28. 10 more cards to go after this one. Mike Piazza, limited edition card, and what is sure to be one of the greatest rookie season stories, if not one of the greatest stories of perseverance ever. Mike Piazza took Major League Baseball by storm in 1993. He established himself as one of the premier offensive catchers in the National League, hitting at a .317 clip with 35 homers and 117 RBIs, setting the standard for rookie catchers. That he delivered often in 1993, and when he did so with authority, sending 17 of his 35 home runs over 400 feet. For his efforts, Piazza became the 13th Dodger to win the National League Rookie of the Year award. So there you have it, Mike Piazza with the Los Angeles Dodgers and our baseball card set here. Next up to bat is Jose Rijo with the Cincinnati Reds, Anniversary Edition, card number 19 out of 28. Limited edition. Jose Rijo began his major league career as a member of the New York Yankees. a young right-hander with a world of potential. In 1985, he went to the Oakland Athletics, only to find little success there. But things changed once he joined the Cincinnati Reds in 1988. In previous seasons, he had trouble finding the strike zone, but as a Red, he learned to command the strike zone. Rijo was matured and today is recognized as one of the major's dominant right-handers. Last season, he led the National League starters with 227 strikeouts, and his 2.48 ERA was second only to Greg Maddux with a 2.36. So there you have it. Card number 19 out of 28 for Jose Rijo. All right, next up to bat we've got is Cal Ripken Jr. Cal Ripken Jr., my other PC. Had Ken Griffey Jr. earlier. Now we got Cal Ripken Jr. here. Anniversary edition, card number 20 out of 28, Cal Ripken Jr. Limited edition for 12 Major League seasons, Cal Ripken Jr. has been the shortstop for the Baltimore Orioles. Initially, Ripken began his career as a third baseman, but was quickly moved over to shortstop, and it would be, sorry, it's hard to read some of this little writing. It would be here that Ripken would inscribe his name into Major League record books, for he captured the Rookie of the Year award in 1982. Then in 1983, he was selected the American League's MVP. Ripken was once again crowned the MVP in 1991. An 11-time All-Star, Ripken has been voted to the starting lineup the past 10 years in a row. Ripken's game is complete. On offense, his 289 home runs as a shortstop, as a Major League record, 297 overall. And defensively, his fielding percentage, 996, in 1990 set a Major League record. For now, Cooperstown can only wait. Of course, everybody does know that Cal Ripken Jr. did go into the Hall of Fame. So there we have Cal Ripken Jr. Anniversary Edition card right there. Moving on to card number 21 here. And card number 21 is Tim Salmon with the California Angels. All right. So card number 21 of 28, Tim Salmon. Entering the 1993 season, the California Angels knew they had a blue chipper in Tim Salmon. After all, he'd just been selected by the marvelous publications as the 1992 Minor League Player of the Year. Only one question remained. Could he step up his game to the Major League level? Salmon erased any doubts in a big way, rewriting many Angel rookie records. In the outfield, his play was super. Salmon quickly established himself as a common armed right fielder, drawing comparisons to former Red Sox great Dwight Evans. Salmon was the unanimous choice for 1993 American League Rookie of the Year. So card number 21 out of 28 rounds out our third stack in this group here. Put these all up here next. And we will move on to card number 22 on our quest to the 28 cards. So next up to bat is Ryne Sandberg, Mr. Rhino himself, with the Chicago Cubs. 1994 Denny's card set, number 22 out of 28. Ryne Sandberg is one of the best second basemen to ever play, but he didn't start his career there. He was the third baseman in the Phillies organization before being traded to the Cubs in 1982. In 1983, Sandberg moved to second base and began his unprecedented success. He became the first National Leaguer to win a Gold Glove in his first year at his new position. His 9 Gold Gloves at second was yet unprecedented. The following year, he was named the National League MVP. In 1990, Sandberg was the first National League second sacker in lead of league in home runs with 40 since Rogers Hornsby died in 1925. So there you have it. Card number 22 out of 28, Ryne Sandberg. BAA Sports, new subscriber, enjoy watching. Thank you there, BAA Sports. Thanks for popping in on board the bus here. Oh, I looked up. We got 6 people in here now. Let me do a refresh on my computer real quick before we get into the next card here. I always look on my PC and it's always behind. It says 1 waiting and 1 thumb up. But I got 10 thumbs up and 6 watching. So we're rolling along here. Let me get another sip of water real quick here. Thanks, BAA Sports, for popping into the stream here. Playing part in my 1994 Denny's Grand Slam Saturday set review. This week is set number 4 out of the 7 sets in the series. Okay, so let's move on to our next card here. Card number 23 out of 28. And our next player up to bat is Gary Sheffield with the Miami Marlins. So Gary Sheffield with the Miami Marlins. Here we got Gary Sheffield joined the Florida Marlins in 1993 and became the first-year expansion team player to start and homer in an All-Star game in 1993 at Baltimore. Sheffield has tremendous bat speed, giving him the ability to turn on the best of inside fastballs, which he usually deposits into the outfield bleachers. Some teams have decided to pitch him away. No luck. Sheffield has learned to take the outside pitches to the opposite field, making him an even more dangerous hitter. Last season, playing with the San Diego Padres and Marlins, he combined to hit 20 home runs. He hit as many as 33 in 92, and he was the 1992 National League batting title with a .330 average. For Gary Sheffield, card number 23 out of 28. And I try to see if I can get you to see the holographic image on these cards, but trust me, it doesn't do it justice unless you see them in person. So moving on now to the next card in our set here is Ozzie Smith. Ozzie Smith with the St. Louis Cardinals. Ozzie Smith with the St. Louis Cardinals. Card number 24 out of 28. And his information on his card says at 38 years of age, one might expect that Ozzie Smith would have slowed down by now, but there's no stopping the Wizard of Oz. Ozzie was up to his old tricks again in 1993, snaring line drives over his head, making diving stops to his left, then his right, and taking to the air when turning two. He was just the same old Ozzie, robbing batters of their hits as always. At the plate, He's closing in on his 2,500th career hit. On the base paths, he tied Honus Wagner at the only player ever in history since 1900 to record 20-plus steals in 16 consecutive seasons. Starting the 1994 campaign, Ozzie is 39 and still getting better. Again, card number 24 out of 28, Ozzie Smith. And there's a shot of him. Can hardly even see the red cap there, except if I barely get the right lighting on it. So, boom. That one's in the books. Here we go next. We got Frank Thomas, the Big Hurt. Frank Thomas, the Big Hurt, 1994 Denny's Anniversary Edition. Card number 25 out of 28. Frank Thomas, Limited Edition. What does Frank Thomas have in common with baseball immortals? Jimmy Fox, Ted Williams, Lou Gehrig, and Babe Ruth. They all share the distinction of being one of only 5 players in baseball history to ever hit over 300 with 20-plus home runs, 100-plus RBIs, and score 100 runs while drawing over 100 walks in their first 3 seasons. In 1993, Thomas's 3rd full season, he was a unanimous choice for the American League. MVP hitting with 317, with 41 homers and 128 RBIs. Entering 1994, the Chicago White Sox hope Big Frank will continue to punish opposing pitching and help capture the first ever American League Central Division. So there we have it. Card number 25 out of 28. Frank Thomas, the Big Hurt. Most everybody probably remembers Frank Thomas. Moving on to our next card in the set, Andy Vance with the Pittsburgh Pirates. Upper Deck 1994 Denny's card, number 26 out of 28, limited edition. Again, Andy Vance has been patrolling the Pirates' center field since 1987 after arriving in a trade with the St. Louis Cardinals. His career has blossomed through joining Pittsburgh. In his 7 seasons with the Bucks, he averaged nearly 16 homers and over 76 RBIs per season. Slick has also batted over 300 twice, including 310 in 1993. When it comes to defense, there are not many who can track down those would-be gappers any better. Runners who have tried to take the extra base on him knows there aren't many in the game who throw much better than Andy Vance. He's got a gun for an arm. Card number 26 out of 28. So there you have it again. Andy Slick with the Pittsburgh Pirates. All right. Moving on to card number 27 out of 28. Mo Vaughn. 1994 Upper Deck Denny's card. Anniversary Edition. Limited Edition. Card number 27 out of 28. Coming into the 1993 season, Mo Vaughn was to platoon at first. Eventually, he was given the chance to play every day and showed he could handle both right-handed as well as left-handed pitching. He established himself as one of the American League's top power-hitting first basemen. After an intense spring training with Mike Easler, the Red Sox hitting instructor, in which Easler worked with Vaughn on hitting with power to all the fields, the hit dog put together the best season of his career, hitting .297 with 29 homers and driving in 101 runs. In 1994, there is no talk of Mo Vaughn platooning with anybody else. So Boston Red Sox, Mo Vaughn, card number 27 out of 28 for the 1994 Upper Deck Denny's Grand Slam product. Moving on to the last card in the set. Next we have is Larry Walker. Some might recognize the name Larry Walker. He is a new Hall of Famer this year in 2020, along with Derek Jeter and two others. But the anniversary edition here for Larry Walker with the Montreal Expos, card number 28 out of 28, wraps up this set. Larry Walker has become one of the most prized talents in baseball. He makes up 1/3 of the Montreal Expos outfield, which is considered to be the best outfield in baseball at this time. The other 2/3 are made up of Marquis Grissom and Moises Alou. A 5-tool player, Walker can hit for average, hit for power, steal bases, play defense, and has a strong arm. Though he missed 14 games in 1993, he managed to hit 22 home runs, collected 86 RBIs, and 29 stolen bases. Loving the competition, Walker uses some of his former hockey player intensity to fuel his game. Guess at one time he was a ice hockey player. Larry Walker, card number 28 out of 28 for the Montreal Expos back in the day. So Larry Walker, 1994 Upper Deck Denny's product, anniversary edition card in the books. So hopefully you all enjoyed me going through this Denny's set here. Card starting with card number 1, going all the way through card number 28 in the set. And that is pretty much all of my content for today. I don't have anything else for you at the moment. Next week when we kick off on Tuesday, I'll probably open up my last blaster box of 2020 Topps archive products. John Fishman is in the house. How you doing there, John? Missed ya. Hopefully you're having a good Saturday, my friend. All right. So we did pretty good here. We got 8 people watching by the end of the stream. Sorry, got suckered into a timeshare presentation and was late. I sure hope you didn't buy into that timeshare. It's okay to just go to a timeshare presentation as long as they don't get you into buying a timeshare. They are not worth it. I'll tell you that from not necessarily past experience, but almost past experience. But I'm glad I dove out before I dove in. But to each their own. If it's in your price list and in your bucket list for something you want to do, I guess you can do it. But I just would kind of stay away from them. I think you have more fun just planning your own vacations and staying somewhere where you can. Me being retired military and stuff, they have what's called the Armed Forces Vacation Club, and I can get in there for nice and decent prices when the timeshare is not busy. I'm going to be going down on vacation the end of November to a place not disclosed at this time, but it's only going to cost me like $349 for a week stay at a resort, and it's kind of during their slow time. I went for the free food. There you go. Nothing wrong with free food at a timeshare presentation. As long as you don't sign them, even if you do sign them papers, you still have a certain time frame. You can just cancel and not be locked into any kind of contract with them. John, you got me off the beaten path. Why'd you do that? That's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and back up my chair here, get ready to turn my camera around. Just for those that did come in late and stuff, I did highlight and talk a little bit about this. You can look this guy up if you want when you do get a chance. I'm good at that. Oh, there you go. But I did get a chance to go meet this person right here, Mr. Loren Culp. All right. You can look this up on Amazon or eBay or whatever, or through the internet. You can find him. He is running for governor for the state of Washington, and was able to meet him today with my pastor and another man in the church. We went down to the city of Tacoma, Washington, and kind of like a rally type setup, but it was socially distanced at a church meeting. Wasn't really a church meeting. It was a rally to get together so we can talk about getting Mr. Loren Culp elected into office in the state of Washington as a governor for our beautiful evergreen state here. So I will leave it at that. You can look him up if you want. The book is called American Cop, and it tells his kind of like a little bit background of his life story. And up until last summer, he had no thought process at all. So he's kind of like Trump in a way. He's never been involved in politics before, but he is a true red, white, and blue American policeman. He spent time in the Army. He spent different stints with the police departments in different avenues and venues and drug busts and things on that nature. I am doing good, Sam Sport Shop. I am doing well. Getting ready to wrap things up here, but just wanted to share a little bit of information about Loren Culp. But yeah, he was the chief of police in a town in eastern Washington called, believe it or not, Republic, Washington. Republic, Washington. And I'm familiar with that town very much on the eastern part of the state. So he is going to be running against our current governor that is in office right now, which we would so much like to get rid of and have somebody new get into office there. So I'll just leave it at that. At one point, this was an Amazon bestseller, #1 Amazon bestseller. He did make different appearances on different shows. He was on Fox News. He was a guest on Tucker Carlson. So that pretty much looks like they just started the second game of the Seattle Mariners doubleheader. But that's his picture there with a canine partner there named Karma. So just wanted to share that with you real quick. That's why I did not do my morning stream and went to an afternoon stream here today. I'd vote for you for governor. Oh, you gotta look at the replay there. I'm trying to remember who it was off the top of my head there, but somebody said that me and Kevin should both run and they'd vote for us. Let's see. Trying to find it real quick. I think it might have been passed already. Oh, there we go. Yeah, cards in my car said Blomdahl in 2024, and then Bradley Moore jumped in and said Blomdahl and Kevin's cards in 2024. They got my vote. So yeah. That was a little bit of fun earlier in the stream there when we got ready to go through the Grand Slam video here or there, John. But if you want, you can go back and watch the replay and see when I went over all these cards. So I'm going to call it a week and wrap things up. I'll vote for Blomdahl in 2024. Okay, you guys will have to get my campaign going then in 2024. I'll rewatch the Grand Slam cards. Are my favorite. I know you're the one that talked me into doing this series. So I figured you'd probably try to catch me, but you'll watch the replay. Appreciate it, John. So I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera around. I'm not in my sports gear, unfortunately, for this one. By the time I got home, I had a chance to use the restroom, get a drink of water, and then jump onto my stream. I think now, since I've heard my wife come home from work, she's probably home now. It is 4:30 here, but I'm going to turn my camera around here so you guys can see me. I'm not wearing a baseball cap. I'm wearing my Man of Faith baseball cap, or ball cap, or what do they call these anyway? It's like a baseball cap. But my man of faith, most people, if you see my Bible reading on my channel, you'll recognize this hat. I wear that on my Bible reading. And yes, I'm just wearing a collared shirt. As Kevin would say, I'm wearing a collared shirt. I'm not wearing a t-shirt. So that is one obvious thing you can probably see out of today's stream that is different. But I am getting things ready for the mystery bags. I gotta order some new style bags, I think, to put them into, and then they will be up and for sale most likely by the end of next week. Is what I'm looking for. I'm looking for 1st of October, which would be next Thursday. I'm hoping by next Thursday, Friday time frame, because then next Saturday on the 3rd of October, I'll be having my next monthly sale on the channel. And I'll do it starting at 10 a.m. next Saturday on the 3rd of October. So that's pretty much all I've got for everybody today. I'm going to go ahead and take off. See you later. Have a great night. Thank you there, Robert. Appreciate it. This has been Donald Blondal, Hall of Fame veteran, sports cards and collectibles. Having been live to you from Arlington, Washington, y'all have a great and wonderful weekend. And we will see you on Tuesday for our Tuesday player biography video, kicking off next week on Tuesday. Okay, take care, Lord bless you, and I will see you guys around the channels possibly sometime this weekend. And especially if I get a notification that you've gone live, I might hop into your stream totally unexpectedly. But y'all take care, have a wonderful day, and we will see you around the channels. Bye now. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thummies up, thummies up. Thummies up for me. Take care. Bye now.